Okay. I haven't been riding him for really super long periods of time, um, mainly because I want um, his back to relax as much as can. It is improving, even though I'm riding him lightly. Um, and I'm trying to kind of reprogram his mind that being under saddle is actually quite uneventful. Um, and you'll hear me say it quite a bit. When my mom was getting her master's degree in counseling, I got to be somewhat of a guinea pig. I know, right? And she would say sometimes when your emotions are upset, um, people will give you the advice to do physical things and your emotions will follow. Like take a deep breath, roll your shoulders and drop them, shake out your hands, things like that. The biggest relaxation that I can teach a horse is to extend his neck, not curl his neck, not look at the ground. Simply extend his neck into a relaxed position, and then I can have it. It works pretty well, honestly. I've been doing it for decades, in colt starting and in helping horses that were really anxious. I know we hear things. It's true, we do. Whoa! To say, let's extend the neck, let's relax. There. I do it on a straight line, I do it on a curve. Let's extend the neck, not curl, and let's relax. I like to have quite a bit in their walk program so that if they are very up, I can say, let's move your no, 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 we're not curling. Let's move your shoulders. Ah, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, and let's move your shoulders this way. Oh, and for him, I'm modeling this kind of emotional, isn't this pleasant? Isn't this just a pleasant thing to do? And it's also changing his balance, changing his posture, adduction, abduction of the front legs. Um, but things can have multiple uses, and if they do, that is a very good thing. Oops, I'm stuck. Let's walk around that, shall we? There. Something that I feel from him, which I find very interesting, is an emotional stuckness. Um, because for me, not yeah, hi. Oh my gosh, that's very scary. Okay. This is one reason why I don't clean up my arena all the time. Is the clutter helps them, and the moving clutter, because we'll be like, oh, look on these poles. No, we'll just leave those and add the barrels. Our laziness actually helps. Um, I don't want them to work in a sanitary environment. I want them to work in a changing environment that's not scary, but it is cluttered because everywhere we go, we can't control the surroundings. Clutter needs to be okay. Oh, back to my thought about him feeling a little bit stuck. So we're walking along, la di da di da, and then I'm going to, oh, the dog's barked. Oh, nervous system goes, oh my gosh, the dog's barked. So it is my job to see to that and say, okay, oh no, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. I know, I know. If a little child had a hard time not overreacting to things, we should not get mad at the little child. We should help the little child to learn and feel safe and feel confident. And that's my job with him. Hi, yeah. Oh no, we're going forward. Thank you. So interestingly, when I ask him to go into a trot, He trots usually for a few strides and then he walks. Now, if this was a colt that I was starting, which is not, but if it was, I would say this colt is not ready to start emotionally, not ready to trot emotionally. Now, seeing that this is a 10-year-old that has had hundreds of miles trotting, that is very interesting. So I think sometimes his I want to trot, 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 trot is not necessarily because he loves trotting, but because his emotions have taken over. And he's just like, I gotta go because I gotta go because I gotta go. And being a person who has struggled with anxiety, I can very much relate to that.